I own and work in a escape room. Ask me anything. I'm a 18 years old guy from Spain, and I've funded an escape room as my first job. People will sometimes do very weird things to escape, so every day is a fun one. We have 2 games available, with a third one coming this year. I'm the designer behind these. Ask me anything you want. Keeping the proof private to avoid getting fake bookings or spam messages on the website. Thanks for understanding. How did you have the money to fund your own business as a first job at 18? An escape room is not too expensive to fund, so when I was looking for a job to be able to fund it, someone from my family agreed to lend me the money. I've been returning the money since we opened, and I'm almost done by now. Have you noticed an unusual behavior when participants are under the stress of a timed event? When the players get in there, their true self unfolds. It might sound exaggerated, but it's true. If they are natural leaders, it will show there, and if they can't really stand each other, even though they act as if they love being together, it will be obvious once they get into the game. So you're saying Westworld is one giant escape room? Kind of, yeah. You probably can't recycle one scenario for too long. How often are you upgrading escape rooms? Changing or upgrading one escape room will need many months of design and a couple grand to get it working. For now we are getting solid numbers with our first room, and we expect it to be like this for at least 3 more years. What we are doing is getting more rooms done without modifying the current one. Our second game is played outdoors, and we have enough space to build another room where we currently are. How long did it take the fastest and slowest people to escape from your rooms so far? The fastest were a couple who now own another escape room close to ours. I think they did it in 36 minutes or so. It was impressive to see them work together. They worked amazingly well with each other, never questioning the other one or looking twice somewhere if they already searched there. The slowest, well, when they run out of time we usually give them 5 extra minutes to end, and we give more hints so they can experience the full game. We only had a couple teams so far that couldn't make it even then. One time we even gave 5 more minutes since they were the last team of the day and they still couldn't get out. It sounds like your escape room is relatively easy with a near 100% success rate. I like that your success rate is high, which gives more satisfaction to the customer. But have you thought about making it harder? If people fail to beat it, I think they may be more likely to repeat it. We usually ask if they want hints or not. If they don't, we just chill and watch them fail 99% of the time. Else, we try to get them to the exit when there's less than 2 minutes remaining. It's more epic than it sounds when you are inside. Even if someone is helping you a bit, you solved everything and you got out with almost no time left, so it feels amazing when you open the door. I believe they enjoy it this way, since usually that's the time when clapping, hugging, and laughing occurs. What weird things do people do? From trying to pick lock the locks, to climb on each other to get to the ceiling, to everything in between. There's one puzzle where you have to put a radio frequency ID somewhere on a shelf, but when they do it turns out it is a door and it automatically opens. We've had people scream, run, or even fall to the floor from the surprise. It's definitely one of the funniest parts. Have you ever had someone freak out / panic in the locked room and then you had to let them out because it was an emergency? It's extremely rare, but it happens. It's always kids that are afraid to enter a somewhat dark room, or if they hear their parents scream for a moment, meaning that they are really getting into the game, they sometimes get scared, fearing that what happens inside is actually real. What are your monthly operating costs? How many employees to run it? How many escape rooms are in your city? Do you go to others to test this out? We don't need more than 1,000 euros a month for everything. We are 2, and we sometimes get an extra hand on busy months like December. We are 5 counting us, and we already went to every single game on our city, so not anymore. What's the weirdest way you've seen someone solve a puzzle? We have a barrel with water inside. When they empty another bottle that we give them into a tube that goes inside the barrel, it gives you a wooden piece to advance through the game. There's a funnel close to it too, so they get the point. One time a group was stuck there, so we told them through a hint, you may have to get something out of the barrel. So one young lady goes, aha, and walks past the water bottle and the funnel. When she's right next to the barrel, she puts her mouth into the tube and blows. The water gets thrown to her legs, soaking her. She had to take off her shoes to continue playing, but hey, the wooden piece got out too. Of all your puzzles, what is the one you are most proud of? There's one multi-layered puzzle designed to take about 25 to 30 minutes of the whole experience. It involves liquids and density. You have to put the liquids in order so they don't mix. Then they position themselves depending on their density, and you have to calculate the value of each number given some colored stickers there are laying around the room. Kind of hard to explain, but people often love that one, especially when they do it on their own. Of all your puzzles, is there one people just don't seem to understand how you'd hoped? We had some puzzles that didn't work as we expected, such as one where you had multiple RFID cards and had put one of them somewhere. They'd figure out where to put it, then just try every single one. We changed some things so that doesn't happen anymore. In your experience with escape rooms, what is the most used or overused puzzle? Puzzles where you just add things up. We have it, you have it, everyone has it. It's repetitive, but it's just so damn easy to build. What will you do when this fad dies? I love designing games, be it rooms, board games or video games. I hope to be able to continue on doing it. I'm also interested in event planning, if that does not work out. As a last resort, I'm still studying bachelorship, bachillerato in Spanish, not sure if that's the translation, so I can be a web designer. Has anyone lost their shit? Like get in a fight or something? Not a fight, but people will take it really seriously, as in they will shout to each other what they have to do, sometimes inevitably being wrong and hurting the whole team's chances. How's the business going? I'd imagine escape rooms would be quite popular with tourists especially. They are, but I live in a kind of small city without many tourists, so most of our customers are from around here. The business has its slow months, but overall it's going better than I anticipated. Has anything ever been on the ceiling? I have done 3 escape games now, and most had multiple rooms. I always make sure to check the ceilings, but my friends ridicule me for it. I've even shined a black light up there before just in case, because I'm still waiting for my shining moment. Never ever on any escape room I've been there has been anything on the ceiling, but it seems others found stuff, so you do you. Have you ever had someone find a new solution to a puzzle that you hadn't considered? If so, did that cause you to adjust the design of the puzzle/room? Yes, I can't remember what did they exactly do, but it bought them about 10 minutes of time they used to get out. I can't remember basically because it has never happened again, but it was pretty much pure luck. Sorry to not have a better answer for you. What happens if someone gets stuck in an escape room? We just open the door for them and show them how to do it if we have time. I assume that you have been to many other escape rooms before you opened your own. What are your worst experiences? What is something from another escape rooms that you found really clever? I'd love to be able to tell you my worst experiences, but everywhere I've been it has been great fun. One thing I found really clever from other rooms was one puzzle where there was a rat maze and you had to remember the correct directions in order to get out. You then had to introduce them into a directional lock. The catch is that there was a tiny fake rat at every intersection, facing one of the 4 ways. You had to input the directions depending on where was the rat facing. So if you had to go up, but the rat was facing left, the right input was right. If you had to go left, but the rat was facing right, you had to input down, and so on. It had me thinking for a while, and it's probably the puzzle I most liked. I'm stoned and just spent 30 minutes reading these explanations, and I still can't figure out how this works. What if you have to pee, or worse, you can leave, but the clock won't stop? Not a single customer left the room to pee yet, and we've had pregnant women. What's the most obvious hint you've ever given? Team, if you just opened a door, please enter the room. At the escape room my friends and I visited, we were told that one group of customers tried to bleed the radiators thinking that this might somehow be part of the game. Ever had anything completely idiotic like this happen? Not up, but at the place I used to work at, there were yellow hazard stickers on everything not part of the game. It was part of our intro spiel to tell people these stickers were real, and if something says, "do not pull it" means don't pull it. People did it anyways. Embarrassingly, my own sister broke a gadget by not following the signs. Thoughts had just mailed what I have to tell almost every week. Please don't touch the object that says do not touch. No, it's not a trap. Yes, I'm being serious, please. Don't try to move the camera. People will sometimes do that. The trap thing. We tell them something is not part of the game, then they proceed to touch it and focus on it because maybe he wants us to think that. What's your opinion on private reservations, like only booking the room for 4 people versus having rooms that are up to 12 people and possibly having strangers in the same room? I'm really into escape rooms, and my friends and I always try to find private rooms to where we can have it to ourselves, but those seem hard to find. I don't know any room in Spain that does public bookings. Maybe you should come visit the country sometime.